the wild, vast reaches of interplanetary space, those famous bite-sized cereals, Wheat Chex and Rice Chex bring you Space Patrol!
On Terra, landed in space at Patrol Headquarters, a miniature replica of a construction project, the attention of Buzz Corey, Chief of the Space Patrol, and his cadet Happy. The project, new Lunar Fleet, a unit of Space Patrol, is to be constructed on the Earth's moon. At this very moment, on the moon itself, engineers are engaged in surveying the selected site.
Keep up fast work and we'll finish this job today. Johnson, set up your level over there. I want a reading that contour. And then we can call it a day. You'll be all through.
Exonium. A rich deposit of exonium. Right on the surface.
Magnetic pylon, magnetic force control at space. Space control will be housed in this end of the building, and that's the control tower.
What's in the other end of the building, sir?
Oh, the Spaceport Administration offices will be there. And that rocket launching platform will be for inter-atmosphere flights, small space cars.
Where's Space Patrol Headquarters going to be? Right here?
Hardly. That's detention quarters and security.
Oh.
Those control quarters will be here.
Boy, that's going to be quite a setup when they get it finished.
That won't be long either. Yes. Lieutenant Bruce, send him right in, please. Might be sooner than I expected.
Bruce? Say, isn't he the engineer you assigned to surveying at moon site, sir?
Right, Cadet. And if he's back on Terra...
That means he must be through.
Right?
Hello, Commander.
Oh, welcome back, Lieutenant Bruce. You know Cadet Happy, don't you?
Lieutenant Bruce?
Well, what's a good word?
Here's my report, sir, but I'm afraid the word isn't all good.
What do you mean?
Well, you'll find a recommendation right on top, Commander.
And why do you recommend that another site be selected?
Well, I examined the area thoroughly, sir, and I find that particular area susceptible to quakes.
Earthquakes? I mean, moonquakes?
Exactly, Happy. In fact, I felt a substantial tremor when I was there.
Well, that's odd.
Oh, I'd suggest another site he picked. Perhaps on the other side of the moon. But you'll find my complete recommendations among the papers.
I'll read them very carefully, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
Well, gee, Commander, it'd be kind of pointless to construct a fancy fleet base like this just to have it destroyed by quakes.
Happy, seismograph readings have been taken constantly on the moon's surface for several hundred years. There's never been any indication of a tremor.
Well, yeah, but what Lieutenant Bruce said...
It might be attributed to an overactive imagination.
You mean he just thought he felt a tremor?
It's possible. The moon is sometimes affected by the Earth's gravitational pull. And then, too, there's the effect of sunspots.
Well, then you're going to continue with construction, sir?
Of course, I'll consider the recommendations, but I think it's safe to say that we'll proceed as planned.
How long do you think it'll take to complete it, sir?
Well, we're going to use 4 complete construction battalions. So I'd say from the starting date, it'll take about 10 days. Then we can move in.
Conga. Like your job?
What?
I said, do you like being assistant security chief?
Why, Robbie, you know, there isn't anything I'd rather do than work for you.
That's too bad.
Too bad. Why?
Because you're fired?
Oh, I see. I suppose there's a very good reason for it, Robbie. Major, would you care to tell me?
See this?
Yes, I see it.
It's all finished.
So?
So you and I have been assigned the job of staffing.
fleet base. Oh, Robbie, then you weren't serious about firing me.
Of course not.
Oh, that'll be wonderful. It'll be fun.
That'll be a lot of work. We'll have to select all personnel. Oh, excuse me. Major Robertson. Okay, send him in.
When do we start? How soon can we blast off?
Well, start right away. Blast off first thing in the morning.
Hello, Major.
Lieutenant, what can I do for you?
Well, I understand you'll be in charge of staffing a lunar fleet base on the Earth's moon, sir.
Yeah, how'd you know? I just found out myself.
Well, the word gets around, sir. And I was wondering, sir, if there might be a chance of getting assigned to duty there.
Well, I haven't assigned anyone yet. Haven't had time.
Well, I had charge of the original survey, Major.
Yeah, I know.
And I could qualify as a maintenance engineer, sir.
Yeah. Don't see why not.
Oh, thank you, Major.
All right, Bruce, report there tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, sir. And thank you very much again.
Well, we're off to a good start.
Major Robertson to Lunar Fleet Base. Estimated time of arrival, 17:25 your time. We'll call in on landing, Craig.
Well, there it is, the latest thing in a lunar fleet base.
Oh, Robbie, it's beautiful. And I might add, it's very pleasant to be on the Earth's moon without a spacesuit.
No, the atmosphere dome takes care of that. Oh, that reminds me, we'll want to assign officers to space control and magnetic force control right away.
Which building is Space Patrol headquarters, Robbie? And where will our office be?
Come on, I'll show you.
Fine. You made a fast trip. Now, well, you have your personnel files with you. Make your selections, notify me, and I'll have the men transferred there at once. Oh, you have? Lieutenant Bruce. Yes, I remember him. He recommended that... What? What did you say?
I said there's a slight tremor, sir. Sure, I'm sure the building is shaking. Well, not dangerously, but you can sure feel it.
Robbie, I don't like this.
It's all right now, Commander. It stopped. Yeah, you could have fooled me, too. Yeah? Lieutenant Bruce. Well, I guess he knew what he was talking about.
Let me know if you have any more tremors, Robbie. I may make a trip there myself. Right. Corey out. The rocket's coming to... Maybe Lieutenant Bruce was right after all. I don't understand it, Happy. After all these centuries, why should the moon suddenly develop quakes? And right on the site where we constructed the fleet base.
What does it mean, Robbie? It couldn't have been just a magnetic disturbance from sunspots or the Earth, could it?
No, it doesn't seem like it. It seemed to be a steady vibration.
May I come in, sir?
Oh, Bruce. Didn't know you'd gotten here yet.
Just arrived, sir. Did you feel that quake?
Yeah, sure did.
I was afraid it might happen.
Yeah, the commander said that you made such a prediction following your survey of this site.
Yes, sir. I recommended they move to the other side of the moon. But, I guess the word of a mere lieutenant isn't enough to...
What's that?
Nothing, sir.
I'm sure your recommendations were considered, Lieutenant.
Well, nothing can be done about it now. Except to hope it doesn't happen again.
It'll be a shame to have to reconstruct this entire base someplace else, even before it's in operation.
Such a waste of time and money.
Well, if you'll excuse me, sir, I'll check around and see if there's any damage. Oh, I am the maintenance engineer, you know.
Sure, go ahead.
Something on your mind, Robbie?
Yeah. I was wondering how Bruce was so sure this was going to happen. assignment will be officer in charge of space control here, Captain Owen. Crockett, you'll be in charge of force control. Now remove automatic approach radar from atmosphere dome and set up controlled operation at once.
According to our latest schedule, the first of 200 ships will be arriving from Theros 0700. New personnel.
Well, that'll be all, gentlemen.
Tomorrow's going to be a busy day.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I think the first two people we ought to assign are a couple of assistants for you and me. Robbie, it's starting again.
Yeah, this one's worse than the last time.
Robbie, this is getting dangerous.
That one sounded like it meant business.
If this keeps up, we'll have to leave the space.
Major, I've got some bad news.
Oh, what is it, Bruce?
Oh, this last one did it, sir. Part of the Spaceport Administration building collapsed.
Interplanetary space operator. Lunar Fleet Base calling Commander Corey.
Be there pretty soon, Happy.
Say, do you think we'll have any quakes after we get there, sir?
You'll recall ordering.
Sure hate to have that atmosphere dome cave in on me.
I'll get it. Terra 5, calling Lunar Fleet Base Space Control, requesting clearance of the atmosphere locks in the Terra orbit.
Cleared, sir. Will you make a power landing?
No, give us magnetic force control at landing perimeter. Take us directly to rocket chutes. Over.
Force control on landing perimeter. Space control out.
Space control.
Stand by for magnetic force control.
Standing by.
Prep rockets.
Commander, what's the matter with force control? Why don't they take us over?
Stand by to hit repeller ray.
What's the matter? We're too close. We're going to crash.
Hit repeller ray.
I love those checks, those bite-sized checks, and I know checks love me. Both rice and wheat, they're swell to eat and packed with energy.
From zooms and loops, this pilot parachutes with gay abandon for checks to eat both rice and wheat. Man, what a happy landing. Because rice checks and wheat checks are those delicious, superific, bite-sized cereals. And now he's in his racing car, leaving the others behind by far. He's the checkerboard winner and takes the right prize. Rice checks and wheat checks, delicious, bite-sized.
I love those breakfast cereals. I know you love them too. A bite-sized treat just right to eat and good for you.
Get rice checks and shredded Ralston wheat checks at your grocer's in the red and white checkerboard packages. You'll agree. Rice checks and wheat checks. Delicious.
And now back to Space Patrol.
Full repeller rate. Come on, take hold. That's it. Cut artillery. Stand by to the lower ship. Standing by. What was the matter with magnetic force control, Commander? Why didn't they take us over? Space control told us to stand by.
I don't know what happened. It was too close for comfort. Almost like somebody didn't want us to get here alive.
I sure wish we knew what was wrong at force control, Commander.
Well, this is one sure way of finding out.
You know, Captain... Hey, Commander!
Oh, that's it, all right, Happy. They had another quake. Everything's a mess inside.
Must have happened just as they were taking us over.
Well, you look after them. I'm going to check with Robbie.
Right, sir. Okay. Take it easy now. Everything's all right now.
Oh, Commander, I guess I didn't recognize you.
Looks like you're right about the quakes.
I'm afraid so, Commander.
How bad was this last one? We were landing when it happened.
Well, I just made a report to Major Robertson. Magnetic force control is pretty badly damaged.
I'll check with you later, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Robbie, we won't be able to stay here much longer if these quakes continue.
Oh, you can't maintain a base of operation under these conditions.
That's an understatement. Hi, Commander. I didn't know you'd come in.
What do you make of this, Robbie?
Well, it seems sort of peculiar to me, sir, that every time there's a tremor, only one building is damaged. Just one at a time.
That is interesting. What about this Lieutenant Bruce?
Well, what do you mean, sir?
Notice anything strange about him?
Well, only that he's the only one that doesn't seem surprised every time one of these shakes occur.
He just left here, didn't he?
Yeah, reported that magnetic force control was knocked out.
Is that all?
That's all he said.
I wonder why he didn't mention the fact that the officer on duty at force control was injured.
What?
And why he didn't try to help him. Farmer, where's the seismograph located?
Oh, right next door.
Check it, will you? Get me the readings of all the tremors.
But, Commander, we already know there were quakes without consulting the seismograph.
We'll check it anyway. I think it'll tell us something.
Oh, certainly.
What are you up to, sir?
Just a hunch, Robbie.
Oh, hi, Major.
Oh, hi, Hap.
The lieutenant's all right, Commander. He was just stunned.
Listen carefully, Hap.
Yeah?
You'll find the standard reference library in the officers' lounge right down that hall, right, Robbie?
Yes, sir.
See if you can find me a book on famous inventors of history.
Right, sir.
You're not going to read a book at a time like this.
Hap, be sure to get me one that includes the T's.
The T's. Yes, sir.
Commander, I got the readings, but they don't make sense.
They don't register tremors of much intensity, do they?
I know. How did you know?
The seismograph registers the intensity of tremors as they affect the ground. According to these readings, none of the tremors were intense enough to damage buildings.
Huh. That means that the buildings were shaking more than the ground was.
Exactly.
Almost as though the tremor started with the buildings causing the ground to shake instead of the other way around. Yeah, but that's impossible.
Oh, here it is.
Here, what is?
Tesla, Nikola Tesla, Earth electrical inventor, 19th century. Inventor of dynamo, transformer, arc, and incandescent lamps. And also, here, get this, experimented with compressed air piston mechanism attached firmly to wall of building. frequency of piston thrust increased until it was resonant with the basic frequency of the structure itself, resulting in such a violent vibration that the building was nearly shaken to the ground.
Smoking rocket's a man-made earthquake.
That's it, all right, Commander. Somebody must have rigged one of those vibrators, and they're using it here.
Why, this whole base could be destroyed.
Yes, it could. And by one Lieutenant Bruce.
You're hard to get rid of, Commander Corey. But don't think it can't be done.
Hi, gang. Space Patroller Jack Nars reporting. Say, that guy Bruce is sure doing a bang-up job of wrecking a base, isn't he? I've been following the whole thing with this model here. See, he's wrecked space control, magnetic force control, and Lunar Space Patrol headquarters. But say, how about this model? Really super, isn't it? How'd you like to have one for your very own? Well, sir, I'm going to let you in on something. I believe the commander has made plans for you to get one. Think of the fun you'll have playing Space Patrol with this 30-piece Lunar Fleet base model. Man, oh man, it's terrific. So, gang, get pencil and paper ready and stand by, because I feel sure you're going to have a chance to get this new and spectacular 30-piece Space Patrol Lunar Fleet base. So be ready in a few minutes with pencil and paper to find out how you can get your Lunar Fleet base. And now back to Space Patrol.
It's too bad you managed to get this far.
Why did you do it? What was your reason?
Exonium. Reason enough.
Exonium ore here?
Yes, Corey, a rich deposit right here. That's why I advise you to construct the base elsewhere. Now, you should have followed my advice.
Hey, you sure took care of him, Commander.
And he took care of a couple of buildings, too.
What a shame. This building's a mess.
Well, it didn't take him long to construct the whole fleet base. It shouldn't take him long to repair it. And that exonium deposit should pay for the damage.
Hey! Huh? Look at this. Hey, that must have been the little gadget that caused all the trouble. Hey, look at that target. It's quite a thing. Hey, 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 hey!
Hi, gang. How would you like to have a rocket ship like this? Watch.
And say, gang, how would you like to have this exact model of the beautiful Lunar Fleet base which you saw on today's program? Well, sir, you get ready with pencil and paper, because I'm going to tell you how to get this swell rocket ship and this whole super modern base for your very own. And listen, gang, this Lunar Fleet base has 30 different pieces.
And imagine all the fun you can have playing Space Patrol with over 30 pieces of equipment, buildings, and spacemen.
Yes, sir, this Lunar Fleet base has over 30 different pieces. You get this almost foot-long model of Buzz Corey's own spaceship, Terra 5, which you can rig and sail into your base on a glide path like you saw the commander do. You get these lifelike figures of the whole Space Patrol gang in handsome full-color plastic. You get this full-color plastic
orbit directional finder, jet cycle, and jetmobile. And that's not all. No siree. You also get a full-color magnetic pylon with antenna, magnetic force control, space lock control, security headquarters, nitric tanks and hydrogen tanks, Space Patrol headquarters, space control with spaceophone antenna, rocket launching platform, and a whole series of these spaceport rampways that you can build all around your base.
And with a lunar fleet base, boys and girls, and all these full-color plastic figures to move around, playing Space Patrol will be more fun than it ever was.
And putting that lunar fleet base together is quick and easy and lots of fun. You don't need a single tool. Each piece is die-cut and easy to form. And the whole set takes up a 6-square-foot area. So, come on, gang, send right now for the brand new, dazzling new, spectacular new Space Patrol Lunar Fleet Base, complete with 30 different pieces. And remember, this is the one and only way to get a Lunar Fleet Base. You can't get one anywhere except where I tell you. Now, here's all you do. Buy a box of bite-sized shredded Ralston wheat checks or bite-sized rice checks. The two swellest tasting cereals you ever ate. Then, with your name and address, send 25 cents in coin and a wheat checks or rice checks box top to Space Patrol, Box 962, Hollywood, California. This offer good only in continental U.S. and may be withdrawn at any time. That's 25 cents in coin and a wheat checks or rice checks box top to Space Patrol, Box 962, Hollywood, California. Next week, more adventures in space. Even now, along the space lanes, events are taking place that will mean more thrills and some exciting action for Buzz Corey and Cadet Happy. So be sure to be with us next week and every week for thrills and excitement with the Space Patrol.
This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.